All right, so today we're going to talk about how to set up and solve application problems that involve rational equations. And so these word problems can seem really intimidating, especially because there's a lot of information at once. And so the best way to approach these is to sort them into what type of problem they are. You're going to recognize a certain script in each problem. So we have like the desired percent problems and the cost per person problems. And then on the back, we have rate and time problems. The time problems are going to be the hardest, and then the first page is really going to be the easiest for you. And so once you recognize the script, these actually are pretty easy. Okay, so starting with the desired percent problem. It says a football team has a record of 9 wins and 12 losses. How many consecutive games must they win in order to raise their winning record to 50%? Okay, so remember, whatever you're trying to find, that's what you're going to define your variable to be. So if the question asks for how many consecutive games, X is the number of games, of consecutive games. And so right now, the team has a winning record of 9 wins and 12 losses. So 9 plus 12 is 21. So right now, 9 over 21 is their record, which is not 50%. And so you could keep adding to the top and adding to the bottom. For example, if they played one more game, it would be 10 over 22. If they played another game and won, it would be 11 over 23. And if they played another game and won, it would be 12 over 24. And so 12 over 24 is 50%. And so the answer to this question would be they need to play 3 more games in order to get a 50% winning record. Okay, guessing and checking is never going to be the most efficient way, even though it works. But the best way and the way we approach word problems in algebra is we set up an equation and solve for the variable. And so going along with that line, we have 9 wins over 21. And if they play X more games and win all of them, we would have a plus X on the top and we would have a plus X on the bottom. Okay, and we're trying to set that equal to 50%, which is 1/2. Okay, and so the setup for all of these kinds of problems is going to be the same. You're going to put the desired percent over here, which is 50% in this case. And then you're going to have your current percent as a fraction, of course, here. The important thing to notice is that this is one fraction. I've seen students set up this problem like this. Okay, notice I don't have 2 fractions anymore. This is not the same, so don't do that. You don't want 2 different fractions here. Okay, and so once you have your setup, all you have to do is solve this equation. And so going with the idea of getting a common denominator and then ignoring the denominator, I would have to multiply this side. Let me get a different color. I would have to multiply this side by 2. And I would have to multiply this side by the 21 plus X. Okay, and so now that I have the same denominator, my recording will end in 1 minute. I can ignore the denominator and set the numerators equal to each other, which is the same as cross multiplying. Okay, and so distribute your 2, distribute your 1, which doesn't change anything. Get your x's on one side. Leaves you with 18 plus x equals 21. Subtract your 18, and you get x equals 3, just like we found by guessing and checking. So our answer is 3